My name is Antoine Berilengar. I'm come from Chad. I'm the director of a social center calling CEFOD, and I'm working with Entreculturas since 2007. So since 2007, yes, we have a lot of change in Chad. The first thing is this process of the peace building and also the good governance. And in 2007, we have an agreement with the European Union and the government of Chad to organize the election, the fair elections, the first one, which will involve different kind of the politics party. Unfortunately, in February 2007, there was a war in Chad, even in the capital. The government is almost chased, but it was defended by the French and others. But it's not provide the process of the democratization. So we continue, and this year in January and April we have the parliamentary elections and also the presidential elections. In the parliamentary election, there was really a good competition, big number of parties. New parties come in the parliament, but the presidential is not very good because the opposition, they withdraw at the last minute. So it's the same president which continue and was elected to run again for these 5 new years.
Sorry. How is the feeling of the people about that?
The feeling at the beginning during this parliamentary election, people are very much exciting because really they are expecting a change. And they got this kind of change because there is new people, men and women, coming to the parliament. But for the presidential, they are not very exciting because those will very contribute to the change withdraw. So you have the same person, and they didn't think that you were going to put a new program to change the country, unless in the parliament, if there is a good opposition to push them to change. So their expectation is not really fulfilled 100% because they expect that through the presidential they will have another person. Through the CEFOD before the elections, we, in our review, Entreculturas, try to put each issue that election is coming and people have really to vote, and we try to present also for the presidential different candidates and their program. So we prepared people for this election, and after the parliamentary election, we have one issue of Entreculturas only on the election to reflect on what's happened and what are the points that we are sure that's good, what are the points were not good, and the things that you have to change. This is our contribution. Now we are preparing for local elections, and before going for the local election, we have organized a conference with someone who is good in these local elections, and to explain what's going on and what can be the advantage if really people are well organized to vote who they want. And so in the level of the CEFOD, through our publication, our conference, or the audiovisual production, we try to teach people and encourage them to vote. And we say that the only issue is this democratic competition, that you can move the country power than let the people run by the militaries and rebels. The situation in these two countries will be very critical for the future of Chad. In the south of Sudan, there is this referendum who allowed the south to become independent. But this referendum is not backed by the Chadian government because he is afraid. He said that there is a lot of similarity between the south of Sudan and the south of Chad. You have Christians in the south, in the both country, you have oil in the both in the country, and these two countries also know the situation of the war. So he say, if the Sudanese get their independence, what will forbid the Chadian from the south to get his own independence? So this is really a situation that they are very afraid of this issue. Hopefully, the referendum is in favor of the south. But now we are waiting if they will go to have the chance to really run their country, or they will be trouble from people from the north. And for us, another challenge is the situation in Darfur, where the government wants also to make the same referendum. If the people of Darfur will agree to remain together or to split from the central government. So the issue of the referendum in Darfur will be very critical also, because you have almost 15,000 refugees from Sudan is in Chad. Now they are not intend to go back because they are not sure of the situation. So now there is no war, but it's really for us a critical situation. The revolution in Libya is another issue. First of all, people are now coming back in the north of Chad are mainly the Chadians who is coming back. Some was maltreated, or others are just leaving the country because it's very difficult for them. Now they are coming there, no one is taking care of them. Maybe the government is doing little, but for the international community, the Chadian coming back. But the way that they are ending the problem in the Libya will have also the consequence in the Chadian, because from the rebels in Libya, they say that the Chadian government is backing Gaddafi against them. So if the day they will end with Gaddafi, we don't know which kind of the relationship they will have with the Chadian government. It will be like in Sudan, where they are making rebels, or they will really be a peaceful relation between the two countries. I think if this accusation that the Chadian government sent the rebels or military to back the Gaddafi is true, those who now want Gaddafi to go out to France, US, and the Great Britain, what will be their relationship with the Déby? So people are really in Chad, they are scared of, they are afraid because there is not a good information. We don't know what's going on, even though people are not happy with the way they are dealing with Gaddafi, because in Chad also you have the rebels, but no one backed the rebels in the way that today they are backed the rebels in Benghazi. So for us, these two countries always play a critical role in the stability in Chad. And our hope is that if they become democratic in Libya, in Sudan, it will really help the Chad. But if they are unstable, it will be the same impact in the Chadian.